You're not wrong.
Hi, everybody. We're here over at IC Collectors Convention in beautiful Nashville, Tennessee, here at the IC Show. I'm Owen Cotter for scifiction.com and scifiction.world. We have here Mr.
Flynn Hendricks.
and Mr.
Micah of ECPC Studios.
Awesome.
ECPCTV Studios.
Now, Micah, you do a studio stuff with this. What
Correct.
do you do exactly? You have some stuff you do as well.
Oh, buddy, let's take a minute here. I am an actor, voice actor, podcaster, and professional wrestler. I wear at least 4 hats. There are many more, but we'd be here all day if I named everything
I would
else.
say, what don't you do?
Jack of all trades.
Juggle chainsaws. I don't do
I bet
that.
you could, though.
I'm also not a stripper. But nobody wants to see that.
But you could be.
We'll discuss that
We'll
later.
discuss that later.
If there's money to be made.
We're here at a Star Wars themed event. It centers heavy around collectors and vintage toys and stuff like that. The Star Wars franchise. We just had Mr. Anthony Daniels speak before us about his career in the Star Wars franchise.
Yeah,
What
we'd
is-
like to apologize for that, by the way.
Oh, it's all good. He's great. The impact of Star Wars on the pop culture ecosphere of the whole, pop culture zeitgeist, as he called it.
Yes.
What does it take? What is the message it took from you to when you watched it the first time, and then Mike as well?
I was just mesmerized as an 8-year-old kid because in 1997, my parents took me to the re-release at the movie theater back in Hermitage, Tennessee.
Special editions.
Yeah, special editions. I had no idea about any of this being re-released, none of that. So I was mesmerized as a kid. I was gung-ho. I was just over the moon when my mom brought home the 3-pack VHS trilogy. And then as I grew up and I was in high school, middle school through high school, the prequel trilogy comes out.
Yeah.
I jumped right into that too, and then like everybody else, I kind of fell away until the sequels came back out.
Right.
But I mean, it has been such a consistent in my life, and it's been a bonding thing because it's what my parents introduced me to, and now my kids. It's a generational thing. I'm passing it down to them.
That's the torch. Yeah.
It's been a huge impact in my life for as long as I can remember.
What about you, Micah? What's your take on the franchise?
Star Wars to me, like Flynn said, to me it's very generational. I don't have children, but I know people who do, and and a lot of times they want me to, hey, watch Star, because I'm like the cool uncle.
That's all good.
They're like, hey, I want you to introduce my child to Star Wars. Right. And it is very, very, it's a universe that George created for us all that it's just hard not to love.
For sure.
Especially with people like Anthony, who was just here. Yeah. And the characters that were given to us are so lovable, likable, except Jar Jar Binks.
It's all good. It's all good. So being at this event, I believe is the 5th year, right? Am I correct on that, Micah?
This is 18, 19, 21, 22, fourth
year. We're coming up on the 5th year.
Because they skipped 2020.
And some of the guests this weekend have been Ian McDermott from Star Wars and all, the Emperor
Palpatine, execute all the stunt.
And then you've got C-3PO, of course, who was here, Mr. Anthony. A lot of other guest stars this weekend. We've also had some other stuff from like Ninja Turtles, people doing artwork and all of that.
Oh, yes.
The IC Collectors Convention, what are you looking forward to possibly next year? I mean, any guests that you would like to see come next year? Or?
Man,
if you could get them to come down, who would you like?
I
to
mean,
see?
let's just get
Ewan
get Ewan McGregor.
Liam Neeson.
Liam
I mean,
Neeson.
I'm sure he's
Liam
not
Neeson.
busy.
Celebration can't even get Liam Neeson.
Right. But in all
we
honesty,
can. We will.
We will.
Manifesting. It's called manifesting.
Sorry, Mike. I kind of made a promise for you that I wrote a
and
check that you can't cash.
Mr. Neeson, we have a very specific set of skills that make us very lucrative for you to come here.
Right. So you've got like a lot of musicians down. I think somebody would be cool would be Greg Grunberg. He has a band, rocking and rolling. I think one of his guitar players or something is Scott Grimes, who drives the Orville. So that'd be a cool one. So you get an actor and you get a musician for the band as well down there with the other guys. So.
Get a nice little Con Men concert going on.
You got Con Men. You can have Greg Grunberg and a whole bunch of assemblage of people.
It would be a no pun intended Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah.
No pun intended. The one thing I love about this convention is that it's very, very friendly.
Yeah.
It's for the collector by a collector.
Right.
It's very inclusive. It's very family oriented. It is run by one of the most gentle-hearted, great men that I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Havens. He is
the man,
the
founder,
the myth,
event.
the legend. And
Right.
like when he came on our show, you know, he said, "I'm not only the president, I'm also a client."
Right.
He's one of the biggest toy collectors probably in this, in the South.
For sure.
Absolutely. And I mean, like, just when I reached out to him the first time, because my first IC convention was in 2019 back in Williamson County.
Right.
I knew the convention was coming up. I hadn't even bought tickets yet, but I asked if he wanted to be a guest on my show.
Okay.
And just him coming on, being so generous, so approachable, and telling his story. He literally is one of us fans, and he made this convention for everybody to come, have those experiences. And, you know, like he referenced not having the Imperial Shuttle as a toy when he was a kid.
Right. That's a great toy, too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now he owns 5. I've seen one out for sale on the floor there. Like, he brings all this to us so that we can have those nostalgic childhood feelings, have those memories, and pass them on. You know, keep it generational like Star Wars is for us. Just pass it on to our kids, or bring your dad with you that maybe bought these toys for you when you were a kid, and you get to relive those memories again. It's an amazing thing he's done.
I got to ask you, Micah, and also you as well, Flynn. What is your favorite aspect of Star Wars? Are y'all looking forward to the Obi-Wan, of course, and all these new shows?
I am looking. I
Well,
can't,
it looks amazing. The
it
trailer.
looks so good. I only have one really complaint is the Inquisitor's head.
Oh yeah, they're good.
The Inquisitor's head kind of bothers the crap out of me, but I understand. Cad Bane's hat bothered the crap out of me too in Mandalorian, but you know, sometimes you just got to be like Elsa and let it go. So Disney, that was for you. But I'm sorry, I'm just trying to please the mouse. Everyone, please the mouse, so we can all have
Please
more
the Mickey Mouse.
Star Wars.
Right.
Star Wars is just. I'm actually looking forward to. Sorry, I just got a text from security.
I thought it was George Lucas.
No, George is next week.
Okay.
He'll be on the show next week, but it'll be me in a costume. No, sorry, I lost my train of thought. I'd like to apologize.
It's all good.
I'm actually looking forward to Andor.
Oh yeah. The Rogue One prequel.
Yes,
yeah.
I'm actually not only because one, what are you gonna do? Because you know, you should have kept them alive.
Right.
But two, because the characters that we love can all show up.
Yes.
There is no one dead in Andor.
Very true.
We could get 3PO, we could get Luke, we could get Han, we could get
Bail Organa.
Jimmy Smits.
We could get there. That one thing, like with, and same thing kind of with Kenobi, but we know Kenobi's going to be more James Bondish because he's supposed to be dead. But Andor can open up some doors for us that, as Star Wars fans, are like, you know, it's like when we saw Darth Vader in Rogue One. We're like,
it's like an Easter egg, but a full realization.
You know,
of like,
or even in Rogue One itself, when we got Dr. Evazan and Ponda
and Chopper too.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
bay,
and Chop.
Shuttle bay.
You know, and then even 3PO and R2. You know, you're like, haha, they're in every movie now except Solo.
Right.
But that is, I'm actually looking forward to that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I can't wait for Kenobi. Andor can open some doors to Star Wars fans that were previously closed.
For sure.
And that to me is exciting. Now, Kenobi, it's going to blow us all out of the water.
Oh yeah.
Let's not be. It's going to be hard to make that bad, especially, you know, if Filoni and Favreau are kind of looking over it, since they're kind of the Kevin Feige of TV.
Kevin Feige of Star Wars
of the Star Wars TV.
Right.
You know, I mean, I know they didn't write it or anything like that, but they're kind of the approval matter.
Approval guardians.
Yes,
the good stuff.
So, but they did let us down. Book of Boba Fett. But I still, in Filoni and Favreau, we trust. So I'm actually looking forward more to that.
Yeah.
And then Ahsoka, I can't even tell you what I want to know about Ahsoka. I want Grand Admiral Thrawn so bad I can taste it.
I want Ezra as far as that goes.
Ezra Bridger,
Yeah.
We were talking actually today. I got to run into Timothy Zahn. I was asking him that very same question. He said Filoni's got it ready. He just needs the 2 bookends so he can fill in the gap with the literature of all the jazz and all that. He was saying, we talked about his opinion on who should be an actor. He didn't exactly give me a specific name, just a few ideas, Jason Isaacs, a few others. But he said anyone that does Admiral Thrawn should have that, you know, that gravitas of, you know, the strategic leader. But, you know, he's like, there's a certain person that have to fill that. He said Jeremy Irons, I believe, would be a good one. Something like that.
Oh, voice of Scar.
Yeah,
from
versus
Lion
Scar.
King.
I actually want. I don't know if you guys have seen Lars Milligan.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
that's what
Lars
I was about to
Mikkelsen,
say.
yeah.
The voice
Who
actor.
the voice
The voice
actor
actor.
of
He would
Thrawn
actually be a
looks
great one as
like
well.
to me. I'm like, wow, you paint him blue, give him red eyes.
Right.
He could
Yeah.
be Thrawn,
Legit.
and
yeah.
still and would be able to bring the voice
Sure.
from from Rebels. People, it's just a seamless
It'd
transition.
actually be probably
I've
be
got
the best
goosebumps
thing.
thinking about
I
it.
mean, for Thrawn, I don't want Jeremy Irons. I'm sorry, I don't want a big actor. I don't want a big actor to step in those shoes
Right.
because I like it like Mark Hamill
Right.
was a nobody
Right.
and he's Luke Skywalker.
Right.
I don't want somebody who I'd be like, oh, that guy's Scar and that guy's
Right.
Yeah.
been in Aragon and that guy's in Man in the Iron Man. You know, I would rather have someone who can take the part and make it their own, and we can go, that guy's Thrawn.
Yep.
Lars Mikkelsen, if you're watching, you should be the next.
I mean, the
Yeah,
rumors are already running rampant, so
Yeah, they
let's
are.
hope
Let's
hope they're true.
I would hope so. I mean, the guy is tall. He looks like him. He's a perfect,
Just paint him blue.
which is one of the reasons why they casted him as Thrawn too,
Right.
because they're like, hey, you kind of have the look and the voice.
Yeah.
And his brother's already in the franchise as Galen Erso anyway.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's
so
true, yeah.
keep it in the family.
So I mean, I just think that I don't want a big actor. That's my opinion.
Right.
Just because, just like with Marvel movies, Marvel movies are great because we got actors we didn't know, and
True.
they've made great characters. And so, but that's my opinion when it comes to a lot of
Sure.
superhero stuff. And don't give me someone big. Give me someone who can break the character out.
Absolutely.
I got to ask both you guys. We're in a collector expo, heavy in Star Wars vintage toys. Do you know whether you, Flynn, do you collect or what?
Oh,
Look to your left.
You left?
yeah, he's got me beat this
Look to your
weekend.
left.
Gee whiz, everybody. He's got a loot. Oh, man. That's some good stuff.
And that's not even the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
I
over
was
there.
tame this weekend compared to
I
these
was-
guys.
I was-
Got to hold your wallet intact. you know.
Yeah.
So what kind of, you collect mostly vintage or modern or both? or-
I'll be honest. Like I grew up collecting the Power of the Force,
Okay.
the Kenner figures, but I am absolutely in love. And yeah, here they come again. They just
Oh,
put me
wow.
to shame again with
What
a
did you
case
buy?
coming.
Right.
Uh-oh, we got some toys coming in the
Can't
building.
let you
right
go
now.
anywhere.
I love the 6-inch.
He's bringing you even more toys, man.
I love the 6-inch Black Series.
yeah.
I collect Dragon Ball because those were the two big things for me growing up. Dragon Ball and Star Wars are my main go-tos.
Oh wow, he's got a snow speeder here in the back. And it's a Black Series, I believe, as well.
It's always Black Series with him.
So the collector aspect of the event is wildly popular. And of course, it builds a community of people that enjoy the collecting ecosphere. What would you like? What's the message of all the collecting jazz and all the stuff in general? What does it like mean to you, Micah?
Collecting for me is one self-gratification. I'm not going to lie. Just getting that one figure
Right.
that you've needed.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Last 17, Power of the Force.
yes, you're just like, oh my God, I got it finally.
Right.
And also a shared community. I love
yeah.
like me, like the gentleman you just saw come in. He's my
Right.
best friend, and we going out hunting together for something is just fun to us, which
Yeah.
most people would find boring. I love the thrill of the hunt.
Yeah.
Of trying to find the thing that you want.
Right.
And then the gratification of when you finally get it, and then when you get it for that price that you want.
That you want. That's not.
That you're like,
yeah.
you know, you stick to your guns. You say, I want it for this price.
Right.
It makes all the times of going to the store and finding the empty pegs, or
Right.
the pegs of the Landos, the Roses, the Finns, whatever it may be. When you finally find that fresh wave there, or you find that one that shouldn't be there, but it
a
is.
blue snaggletooth or a yak face. or
Right.
something like that.
Yeah.
When you get there, like nowadays, all Targets are Lando Calrissians.
Right.
And the Carbon collection.
Yeah. It's like green Calrissians, vintage collection Calrissians. And
Random
you're-
Bo-Katan.
Can't wait to see these on clearance.
Lando Calrissian. But the
What have we here?
What have we here? We've got the aspect of collecting and stuff. Next year, are you guys gonna? Will you be here as well?
Oh,
And
absolutely.
awesome, me as well.
We will run this podcast room until Michael Havens tells us no.
Yeah, this is an amazing event.
Don't get any ideas, Michael.
Don't get any ideas, Mike.
Yes, please don't. We love it. We love you, and you are beautiful.
I collect as well. I did gear towards vintage and some of the modern stuff too. But I agree with both you guys. The event's awesome. Well, it was a pleasure having you on the show, Mike.
Thank you for having us.
Thank
Yeah,
you for
thank you,
having
man.
me. Thank you for having me as well, Flynn.
Of course.
At the event, IC Collectors Convention. Check it out. We'll be here next year, hopefully. I think I will, and these guys will too. Amen.
This summer, saddle up in Smashville as the Music City hosts the hottest party of the summer, WWE SummerSlam Nashville. For the first time ever at Nissan Stadium, a little bit country, a little bit rock and roll, a whole lot of kick ass. WWE SummerSlam, Saturday, July 30th. Tickets on sale now.